Hello everyone, welcome back to another online game of Mario Baseball. Today I'm going to be starting my VOD review of the games I've played at Slice. If you don't know, Slice was a in-person tournament hosted in Chicago on June 1st and 2nd. Played a lot of baseball there. Got some good results, and so I want to go through and be able to review all the games I played. I played 17 games across the 3 major game modes, and so we're going to be starting this VOD review off with all of the stars off games. So starting things off here is our first game against DaJoeMyster, and I had actually asked y'all on YouTube in the community polls whether y'all wanted to see the draft and how my thought process went in that. So I'm going to be doing a review here of the draft as well. I'm player 1 here in the situation. I believe I won the rock, paper, scissors, which meant I got to choose either pick or home or away, and the picking home or away also lets you pick the stadium. And so throughout all of Slice, I actually opted to pick home choice every single time. There wasn't a single time I wasn't the home team at all of Slice. And I'm going to pause this real quick because we're already jumping ahead pretty fast in the draft. So I think I won the pick and chose home in this case, and I think DaJoeMyster chose second pick. And in that case, when I have first pick and choice of stadium, I'm going to want to play at Mario Stadium. That way, I think Bowser has a pretty nice advantage there, hitting over to a short wall. And I just like playing one pick at Mario Stadium. So you saw us go Bowser there. Joe countered with PD Bro, pretty typical line. Grab DK. I think DK usually should always pick within the top 4. And then number 5 is probably one of the more volatile picks, I think, for me at least. Debating whether that's a Yoshi or a King Boo. Now, at Mario Stadium, maybe I would lean towards a King Boo, or more so towards a King Boo than a Yoshi. But I think I'm more overall favor of a Yoshi pick at number 5, but we saw Joe pick up King Boo there. It kind of solidifies a trio there of power hitters, and we're going to have to mostly rely on our single power hitter Bowser, or try and move DK into a flex position to power hit as well. So pick up Yoshi at 6. That's a pretty obvious choice to me. Joe goes Birdo at 7. I believe he did. Where did he go, Boo? He went Birdo. Yeah. Birdo at 7. That's fine. And then here I have a choice between Madge or Boo. I like Madge in that situation. The star swing's super nice. Joe picks up Boo at the 9 spot. That's the right move, in my opinion. And then 10, I'm almost always picking Waluigi. I feel very comfortable with the bat. The defense is very solid there. And so once you get past these first 10 characters, then the picks start to vary a little bit more in a draft. I feel like Joe goes Mario in that situation, not wanting to be locked out of a wall jumper there. I kind of have to pick Luigi, or just accept that I might not get a wall jumper here. Now, so you're looking at how to fill out the rest of my team and how to fill out Joe's team. We're both kind of searching for outfielders. He goes Toadsworth there. I'm fine with that. I mean, I would have liked Toadsworth on this team. I had the spot from there in center field, but I decided to try and beef up my defense a little bit. And you see me also switch to Yoshi Captain and that right there. So the defense is very solid, I'd say. We got Wario there. He's sitting in the outfield at the moment, but he's going to get shifted around. You see Joe pick up Noki. That's unfortunate. I would have loved to pick up Noki at this next pick and really even further solidify this defense. So then I'm looking at the characters left. We're going to need a pitcher, obviously, but I'm comfortable waiting to the last pick in order to make that pitcher selection. So then it's like, you want Pianta, or you're gonna grab a Princess maybe. Those are really the best options, I think, for your team. Now, it is better to maybe reorganize when you're actually drafting here to be able to figure out where you're going to place everyone. Because initially here, putting Pianta in the outfield, I can't remember if I left him like that or if I switched Wario out there. But Wario is a great center fielder. You just don't see too many balls hit towards center field. And so you see Joe here trying to figure out who's going to pick last. I think he actually takes a pretty long time on this. You see us rearrange a little bit. I considered pitching Waluigi in this situation. But I think this was just the first game I had played at Slice. I didn't want to go too crazy with anything. DaJoeMyster, you know, he was the 5 seed, I believe, in our pool. I was the 3 seed in our pool, so it was somewhat close in seeding, but I think just overall, I wanted to play things a little safer, just go with a comfort pick in Dixie for pitcher. And then lineup construction, it's a big consideration here. You see this draft and the lineup construction probably takes longer than you would see in a normal ranked game of baseball. And I mean, that's to be expected. The stakes are way higher here at this in-person tournament. So I'm spending a good time here just trying to figure out how I want to drive in runs. You see Yoshi is the captain. We have those stars to use with Yoshi, but also has that speed, and you want to make sure you really are able to utilize that speed. And so here, especially considering whether I want DK first overall or I can shift him down to the 3rd spot and more of a flex hitter. He can slap, he can charge. I completely fumbled my inputs there, I remember, and we were not ready to start the game. Pianta also, he's going to be looking to Falcon Pop. I feel like against certain players you can get away with Falcon Popping. The pitching to Falcon Poppers, I feel, is not kept up to date with, or just since Falcon Popping's fallen out of the meta, you don't see as many people who are as good as pitching to Falcon Poppers as there should be. And so I think Pianta, right-handed, can get some sneaky pops here and there. But yeah, so that's how we kind of constructed a lineup, and now we're hopping in to the game itself. Joe comes out here, rips a star swing right off the bat, puts that Toadsworth on first base. We left Pianta there in center field, I see. And then we got Hammer Bro. First pitch he sees, perfect contact. Clamber for the style points, but that's a little nerve-wracking, honestly. First game of Slice, it's like 9:30 a.m. I played maybe 5 innings of a warm-up game against Hell's Hero. And so to see that happen in a must-win game, like I said, pools of 5, top 2 advance. Now, if there's a tiebreaker for 2nd place, then everyone who's tied for 2nd place advances. So this is more or less a must-win game for me. And to see 2 runs put on the board just like that, and then a 3rd run here added by PD, just put way out of the range of Luigi. Even if he could have gotten to the wall there, that ball was crushed. I doubt he's able to wall jump it. But just like that, it is 3-0. And so you see here, charge with Dixie. I'm just like trying to mix up anything because it felt like Joe had a really good read on my pitching. So maybe mix up the timing, mix up the contact zones there. And so we're able to close out that inning, but I'm a little nervous coming out of that first inning, giving up 3 runs like that. Coming into Slice, I've played maybe 10 to 15 games of ranked play in the last 3 months. And so I was like, is my pitching out of practice, or do I just need to settle in? But we come back here in the bottom of the first here, get that leadoff batter on base, and then Bowser is going to put one over the head of Mario. That wall jump felt like it should have connected, but it just got out. I was relieved to see that one get over Mario's head. You'll see Joe here switch Toadette and Mario, but just maybe a little bit faster. Maybe Toadette can get a little bit higher. You see here the PD grabbed the dive. The game initially gave Joe Birdo, and then I think Joe buffered like a dive input from PD when it switched, and so brings him so far off the base that Yoshi's able to get an infield single on that. And then immediately when I realized that PD was playing first base there, I was like, oh, this should be a free steal for Yoshi. Get that perfect steal. And so now we got Yoshi in scoring position. Magi. We didn't go for the hit and run. With 0 outs, it's not really needed, and a better Magstar hit brings Yoshi home either way. So still no outs. We're putting the pressure on offense. Perfect hit from Luigi, but just unable to get that one out of the infield. And here, just felt like Waluigi is a pretty good bunt. We don't need to risk a double play hitting it right down the line there to King Boo. Just tie this game up and get us back to level. And that's exactly what we did. Here, 2 outs, it's Wario up. We're trying to go for a hit and run just because we need to try and move that runner. I don't want to try and get a single here with Wario and then have to get another single with Dixie to try and score that run. And if Madge gets out on the base pass, then that's just something I'll have to deal with. But Wario places a great single there into the outfield. We might not have even needed that hit and run at the location I ended up hitting the ball in the outfield too. But Really glad to have been able to drive that run across. And then here, maybe looking back at it, I should have considered stealing with Wario and tried to maybe get a body check on Yoshi there, or Noki there, who's playing shortstop, but didn't end up happening. So poor Dixie hit. We actually took the lead retook the lead in the bottom of the first, and so now it's just coming down to back to pitching, and it's like, can I settle in on defense here? Mario gets a leadoff single, so still not going great for us. Noki up here with 1 star, no outs. I like the decision not to star. You're gonna try and lean there, Joe does, and so he able to get that runner on base. And now we're really in a tough spot. Toadette represents the bottom of the lineup here, and so getting her on with Toadsworth as stars means the top of the lineup is coming up. Joe bunts. I don't actually hate the move. You know, you put 2 runners in scoring position with a star and Toadsworth, and you got your heavies behind. You just avoid a double play. Not the worst move in my opinion. And so Toadsworth stars there. Unfortunately for Joe, Madge actually snags that one out of the air and is able to turn to double play. That is the risk you run, especially pulling that. You would have loved to be able to push that actually. And so even if that landed on first base, that didn't result in a double play. But now you see Pianta up here. We got some stars, and we're going to try and rip a Falcon Pop. We get it down. Not the best timing, but gets the job done. And brings us to the top of our lineup. No outs. I think we just, in this situation, try and put our DK on base. I really think that we should have potentially hit that ball a little bit better instead of pulling it out there to left field. Timing was just off, and Bowser gets plunked there, so a bit of a misstep in our part by not getting DK on base there. Could have been bases loaded. Here we got the option to try and egg, but I'd rather save some stars, save it for Madge. You saw me show bunt there, and that's to put 2 runners in scoring position with some Madge stars up. Instead, we shorten up. We get the count to 2 strikes, and we go for that slap. It lands, and we send Pianta. It doesn't work out, but we're able to get him back. So bases juiced here. Better outcome than even the bunt. And now we got 2 stars with Madge. Just really got to avoid a double play, hitting it down the line. King Boo's sitting there on third base, waiting to ruin our day. But we get it down the line, and you saw there something popped up on screen in the middle of the game. That's the only time it happened during Slice. Not sure what that was about, but the line drive star swing lands. It didn't affect our gameplay, and we continue on. That one's a pretty sour contact from Luigi. I feel like I soured a lot with Luigi throughout all of Slice, and probably needed to bat better with him. But there, Waluigi dropped a bunch in the first inning for the RBI. This time he drops a slap, gets the run across too. So a second RBI for Waluigi, and that actually tires out Boo, which is a pretty good thing for us to have already done this early in the game. And so now you see Joe switching up his fielding. He actually puts Noki in at pitcher, and then has to push Mario out to the outfield, Toadette to the infield, Bro out in left field. So just some tough spots you got to put some fielders in, since you do have to switch around and make Noki your pitcher. Here we got Chemistry on base. It's 2 outs, same kind of situation. Dixie's up afterwards, so we might as well go for the fences here. And that outfield's a little bit weaker, so we might have a shot at landing a ball in the outfield there. Toadette, with Toadsworth or Bro out there, but we just go down on strikes, couldn't make contact. Looking back, this might have been a game to actually make Wario captain. Yoshi's in that spot right ahead of MattGree. Don't want to try and drop too many stars, and I'm not actually sure if we even get to drop Yoshi stars in this game at all. But having a garlic ball in that situation would have been insane. You know, 2 runners on base, 2 outs. You can just send your runners, and if it lands, you're so set. But unfortunately, just didn't make that call, and not sure how, like I said, I don't know how many eggs we ended up using. But here, I'm in a very tough situation. We already see what PD did. He's already hit a perfect now in this at-bat. It's really nerve-wracking because it felt like Joe's really been on my pitching to heavies. And so he cranks that one. He gets that one fair again. Basically the same spot, but even a little bit higher up. Better contact on that PD hit. So, I mean, we were kind of comfortable at 4 runs, but back to 2 runs with the way that Joe's been hitting. It's not looking good still. The pitching just doesn't feel right. We're able to get the sour there, but Joe's really been able to at least with his heavies, get a hold of the ball. And so that never puts you in a good spot in terms of comfortability with the rest of the game, because you know it, any situation you let runners on base and those heavies come up, you don't feel comfortable at all pitching to them. Bottom of the third here, Dixie's up. We're just gonna try and wrap our lineup. We only have that one star. No one gets on base there, so that gives us the opportunity to start chance, and we actually get it, which is beautiful with Pianta up to bat, because he can just do that. Basically a free single, and we get our star back. And then we're in a great spot here because we got that Pianta on. He's batting ninth and has that star, and so we're able to get the 9-hole hitter on. And DK here should be more automatic of a slap hitter. And there you go. You see the beautiful DK hit. No one's getting that ball, unless you're Yoshi maybe at shortstop, but puts that second batter on, or runner on base. Bowser here gets plunked, so we got bases juiced here with Yoshi up. I think I bunt in this situation just to save that star for Madge. That's exactly what I do. And Yoshi has a decent shot at making it over to first base, but we saw that chem from King Boo, so I like that move. And then we got Madge up with the star swing. Madge should be potentially more automatic with that star than Yoshi is, but unfortunately I send it right up the middle towards Birdo. Should have been 2 if we dropped that in a good spot, so missed opportunity once again. There, that ball is definitely not diveable. Sometimes you really think you can get to it, but that saves us from giving up a Mario double for not diving at that one. Neither of us have any stars at the moment, and so it's mostly just how can we utilize our slap hitters best. You see Dixie sit nasty strikeout there on the outside. We bring up Toadette here as well. Even if you're only gonna get this slap up the middle there, you see double play. That's not the worst outcome, just because now you're gonna lead off with the top of your lineup in Toadsworth. Otherwise, you would have had to use Toadsworth earlier or you would have used Toadsworth in the last inning, and then bring up your heavies potentially with 2 outs. But now you'll have a batter into your heavies, just your 1, 2, 3 lineup in the top of the 5th. Here with no stars, I mean, this is a slap heavy part of the lineup, so we're not in too much of an issue there. Just trying to get those runners on base, get something going. No star chances yet this inning. And King Boo's going to miss that dive there, just out of his reach. We do get that 1 runner on base. We do have an option to charge here with the chemistry, and looks like we take it. Not too convinced either way. Looks like in the moment I was more deciding just to try and put the ball out of here. Again, Dixie is after Wario, but Wario's just striking out a couple times. Just haven't gotten a good read with him. Going for the steal here. I just saw a meatball over the plate there, and so I was like, you know what, let's just swing at it. Waluigi isn't fast enough to be able to steal on Boo PD. I don't think anyone is, maybe Yoshi in certain situations, but it just didn't work out there. So we're going to the bottom of the inning. DK, that's a tough play to make on the ball. We tried to dive for it. I think we might have a chance if we were able to get in the line of the trajectory there and then go straight up for a jump, but I don't even know if that's possible with the way that ball was hit. And then here, bro just puts one foul, and that is such a relief. But I mean, again, it's Joe hitting lights out with these heavies, just a frame off there, even not a frame. That was probably frame 8, and then just got a little unlucky on the location within the band, or he got a really lucky frame 9, one of the two. So he might have been a frame off, but that was still a great hit, and ends up working out though for us as we get the out on Hammer Bro. 2 strikes, or 2 outs here. The goal here is don't give up any easy runs. Just block PD in this situation. We've dealt with King Boo better than we have with PD, but King Boo here puts this one just foul as well. The fans out there at that part of the stadium getting pelted with balls. So again, it's going into more of a safer pitching, knowing that we have Boo afterwards as well. We don't have to pitch our best pitches to King Boo there. We can throw some garbage on the outside, but just let that one over the plate slightly. So bases juiced with Boo up. And now it's really crunch time because you want to get the out, but also try and prevent a double at the worst. And we just get lucky with the Trabs there. It goes right to DK, and we end that inning. No runs surrendered. just some a little bit safer on the safer side, trusting in our pitching against the non-heavies to try and get the job done. Here we got righty Pianta up, who's very bad with the without the star swing. Pretty tough to get nice contact. The sour contact zone is so large on this bat, but we're able to put a decent hit. Toadette just cleans it up, unfortunately. So here we got the 1-2 batters now, and DK, we put him into one spot, not to charge. Maybe with 2 outs he would get a charge attempt, but here with just the 1 out, it makes more sense to slap and try and get him on base. And then we see a dive there from Hammer Bro. It's just a rough attempt to, or a rough fielder there to try and go for some longer dives. Doesn't get the job done. DK's in with a triple. Bowser still gets walked, so didn't get to it. DK doesn't advance necessarily on that, but we already have him on third base. We have an opportunity to bunt here again, and we just take it because we're just trying to secure some runs. Don't want to risk anything. We don't have that threat with Bowser on base to maybe move the base runners a little bit more than we'd like to, because he's only the 1 speed, so he's not going to be flying around the base paths. But again, trying a hit and run if possible, just to try and score him with 2 outs here. And on these hit and runs, I'm not necessarily needing to steal, like try and get a perfect steal. So sometimes I'll just wait for the pitcher to start the windup instead of trying to anticipate the pitch and then just send my runner after, because the 15 frame difference or about there isn't going to make too big of a difference on perfect steal or not when we're trying to do a hit and run. But it just didn't work out. We didn't actually steal on that last attempt, and the ball went straight to the third baseman anyway. So we pick up a star there. No a star for star attempt, which you're already at 1 out, but you're getting later into this game and you're needing to do some damage. Although Toadette is after, so maybe you just don't want to spend that star there. I think that's a fine use to not spend, but maybe something I would have spent on. Luigi, again, haven't been doing too well with him. That one just way too hard into the outfield. A lot of star chances piled up here in this inning, while Luigi's got another one here. And just trying to put it where we always put it, right down that gap. King Boo, unfortunately, able to jump that one, so ties us up in the star count. 2 outs here. We're going to charge because why not? That ball gets sent to the outfield. Mario makes a nice dive on it there. 2 outs, it's like we're not going to bring Wario all the way around on a single and then a Dixie hit, but maybe you slap and then just try and cycle your lineup by getting Dixie up. So just some decision to make. But the outfield is pretty weak. We saw the Bro dive miss already, so maybe we could have taken advantage of that. Instead, we pulled the ball. But Bro's up here again. Been hitting lights out with a star chance now. Just trying whatever we can, whatever mix-ups, because whatever we've been throwing to these heavies hasn't been working. Finally, a little wiggler there on the inside gets the strikeout, and again another star chance. We're almost going to go up to 5 stars, but Birdo sends that one to the outfield. It's a 2-out star, but you bring PD up with chemistry, and we've seen how PD's been batting, so I think it was a great star to invest there. First pitch, we get the sour, but it's just at the very edge of Luigi's reach, so we're able to clean that up and escape that inning, pitching to both Hammer Bro and PD there. So 4 stars here. We're in a good spot if we can get this leadoff runner on, especially. This is the first time we've gotten Dixie on base, I think, in the leadoff spot. And so now we're really in position because we got 4 stars. Just an easy Falcon pop there to the outfield. And DK up now. No outs. Chem on base. So I think in this situation I ended up charging. Just because we had the Chem on base, we got no outs. We got opportunities later in the inning to try and bring that run across. And we know Bowser's probably going to get walked here. And we got the stars to back up this situation. So now I think the charge there put us in a didn't put us behind the ball too much, even though we got the out, because we still got the bases loaded. And we're going for the charged Yoshi egg. Works out beautifully here. Able to score that run, keep the inning alive. We got 2 stars here with Madge. And so we're going to be able to try and push this one. But with second time now, we've hit it right to Birdo. So our Madge star conversion's been a little lacking. And that's cost us numerous runs. Luigi's back up here and just trying to keep the inning alive. We don't have many star users in this lineup till a while away, so it's going to be a slap train to keep this thing going. Unfortunately, puts it in the ground. Toadette cleans it up. So we leave the bases loaded. The match star hit again. Cost us a couple runs there, hitting it right into the infield. But we're back to a 5-run lead. We've been able to calm down the pitching. We've had a couple close calls on some hits to the outfield with those foul balls, but overall, it's we've settled in more or less. And 5-run lead, 2 innings left. It's just close out the game, get those outs. Don't try and do anything super risky in the field. They return a nice double play, get 2 outs there. And another star chance. It is also about on offense, I think, in these situations, keeping as many stars away from your players. Obviously, we're on defense, but when it flips to offense here, and you have the opportunity to use stars to keep stars away from your opponent, you definitely need to take those opportunities, just because those stars are so powerful in terms of creating rallies and being able to drive in runs. So here we're just pushing to put some more runs up. We are 5 away from getting the mercy. We get the leadoff batter in Waluigi on. I feel like we've more settled in on offense as well. Some of the hitting has gotten better. Here we're still charging with Wario. I'm actually not convinced why we charge basically every time with Wario. I guess we just really wanted to try and get one out of here. But it worked out that time. A low trage pull hit right there past Toadette. 2 on. Here, I mean, I wouldn't mind a bunt with Dixie. I don't know that we do, but instead she puts one beautifully down the line. We actually held our runners there and make sure... Not sure why we held our runners, because Bro is never going to get to that one, and it would have been a foul ball. So a little bit of a blunder there on our on the base pass. First time we missed there with Pianta, I think. But we are able to connect with that one. It's just so automatic when you get those pitches over the middle there. Now we got no outs. Dixie on base again. A home run here ends this one, but I think in this situation we don't end up charging. Either way, it's not that big of a deal, but the slap there just secures the 1 run, and we actually are able to send Dixie home here as well and get 2 runs out of that single. I mean, a walk-off home run would have been hype, but you saw what the slap damage did there. And so Bowser gets walked. Yoshi's up. I think we can just bunt in this situation. We do bunt. It wasn't the best of bunts. Maybe a quicker reaction with Noki there could have ended or caught that ball, but it ends up not working out. We see a pitching swap here. Again with Madge, we can also just bunt. I think that's what we ended up doing. We're just in a situation where it's Slice, you know, maybe bunting isn't the most friendly thing to do when you're up by 9 runs. And you see it actually didn't work out there for us, but this is a tournament with money on the line. We're just trying to end the game, and didn't work out on the bunt, but Luigi actually gets a hit down finally, ends this game at 15-5 mercy, and it was actually closer than 10 runs. Just a couple of those balls went foul that could have made it 8 or 9 runs, and we just got out of a couple situations, but pitching was a little shaky to start, and definitely had me on the ropes to start this game off, but very glad to have been able to take this one. You see us look at the stat card. Noki and Toadette for DaJoe couldn't get it done at all. Bowser batted 1,000, he only got 1 at bat, but Yoshi batting 1,000 was crucial. DK 667 had that pull hit, unfortunately, and had that pull hit, but he also, I felt like, charged soured. So, oh, he was 4 for 6. Okay, I didn't know he got 6 at bats, but yeah. Overall, great first game. Could have been better, but this was more of a tune-up after not really warming up too much, and was super happy to start the pool playoff with a win. You know, it only gets harder from here, so that was our first game. Let me know in the comments if there's something else you want me to look at in these videos, if there's some insights you want me to have. We're going to be doing a lot of these over the next weeks because we got a lot of games to go through. And yeah, but thank you all for tuning in. Hope I was able to provide some good insight, and be on the lookout for more Slice videos coming your way in the coming weeks.